Hello, this is Sam, and welcome back to Still Yet to Be Named. Sorry. Now, we are now moving on to the nation of Slovakia. Not a very big nation. In fact, it's only home to 5 million people, and has a size that's only half the size of Indiana. Yeah, it's small. In fact, you can only drive in less than 3 hours to 3 different European capitals: Prague, Vienna, and Budapest. Another way you can think of Slovakia is like a burger. Since the nation stretches very long from west to east, and not very long from north to south, think of it as ultimately it's shaped like the meat in a burger, with the 2 buns being Poland and Hungary. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, if you like some good burgers, try out Duke's Burgers in Arnold's Park, Iowa. They are really, really good. Back to Slovakia. Burger. No, just Slovakia. The nation is now going through a political crisis related to pretty systemic corruption. And even better, this corruption includes some Italian seasoning. The 2 men in question here are both, in fact, they may even have Italian ancestry. One of them is Robert Fico, the former prime minister and a figure who has basically dominated Slovakian politics since the beginning of the 2000s. In fact, he has been Prime Minister of Slovakia for 10 out of the last 12 years. And the other one is the current Prime Minister, Peter Pellegrini, who's only been Prime Minister for a few days. You'll find out about him later. The one problem that Slovakia exhibits is its major corruption. And this has led the country back. Slovakia is known as what's called an oligarch democracy, which basically means that various cliques of business elites, I know, it sounds great, cliques, isn't it just like high school? These cliques run the various political parties and most sectors of the economy. In fact, most political parties in Slovakia are related to one of these oligarchs. And of course, the most powerful party in Slovakia, oligarch-related, is the ruling Social Democrat Party, also known as Smer. Yes, Smer. Yes, unfortunately there is a country ruled by a party named Smer. And while they have the largest seats in parliament, they have been under investigation for a lot of bad things. One figure in particular who was investigating those bad things was a journalist by the name of Jan Kuciak. He was only 27 years old. And shortly before he was to release his big expose of the ruling Smer party, he was found with his girlfriend with a bullet in his head. And he was only 27. Oh, sounds a lot like Jim Morrison, Jimi Hendrix, Amy Winehouse. Oh, it's the 27 curse. So because of this, there have been major protests in Slovakia. 50,000, maybe even up to 100,000 people have been demonstrating in front of the parliament, basically telling Fico and others to screw it and get out of town. Of course, Fico, the wise tactician that he is, will do anything. No, I mean anything. So he already murdered people. So what else wouldn't he do to stay out of jail? Ultimately to stay in power. And recently, Mr. Fico has resigned, and his replacement his name is Peter Pellegrini. I know, more Italians. In fact, this Italian scheme is related to the Italian mafia. Don't we just love Italy? The president of Slovakia has a similar role to Sergio Mattarella in Italy. His name is Andrej Kiska, and he is elected popularly, but he is seen as an apolitical unifying figure, but with little real power. But because of major pressure, ultimately the government had to go into a major restructuring, reorganizing. Lots of people resigned. In fact, they're probably going to jail. But most people are still pretty unhappy that Smer continues to steal and bribe and do anything they can. This goes back to the big danger in Slovakia. Considering that most parties are run by oligarchs, there aren't many choices in Slovakia. These oligarchs often take away money from the population, so they do not feel any of the economic benefits. Yeah, kind of sucks. But however, there's one party that is not ruled by an oligarch. It's called the Slovakian People's Party, and unfortunately, this is a group of neo-Nazis. In the last election, they won about 8% of the vote. And among the youth vote, about a quarter. Isn't politics fun? On the next episode, we will go to probably something that's more on your radar screens, the notorious Asian nation of North Korea, that is run by a very, very fat man. In the next video, and for every video after that, I will be over there, and you will be able to ask in the comments below any quiz question that I will answer in the video after.